And now, ladies and gentlemen, delivering the first keynote address, it is with pleasure that I invite Dr. Sri Satya, Dr. Awang Haji Matsuni bin Haji Muhammad Hussein. Your Excellency, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellencies, esteemed panelists, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to thank His Excellency, Mr. Gan Kim Yong, Minister for Trade and Industry of Singapore, for the kind invitation. It is indeed a great honor for me to deliver a keynote speech in this prestigious forum. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the end of 2021, we continue to work hard on our respective energy transition efforts, as well as through regional and international collaboration. While we still face the challenges brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic, we need to remain steadfast and sustain our solid momentum in progressing towards transforming our energy systems. In this regard, the IEA's recently published World Energy Outlook 2021 is undoubtedly an important reference document for us in shaping our policies and strategies towards a sustainable energy future. Last month, we in ASEAN successfully convened the 39th ASEAN Ministers on Energy meeting. One of the important outcomes of the meeting was the adoption of the Bandar Sri Begawan Joint Declaration of the 39th ASEAN Ministers on energy security and energy transition. This declaration articulates ASEAN's intention to intensify efforts on long-term energy and climate policy planning to increase the rate of energy efficiency and conservation, expand renewables, deploy advanced, cleaner and low-carbon energy technologies towards low greenhouse gas emissions. As part of our deliverables this year, Brunei Darussalam is taking the lead in conducting a seminar on the role of natural gas in advancing a low-carbon energy transition for ASEAN member states to collaborate on issues related to natural gas, as well as the workshop on hydrogen economy and CCUS to promote the exchange of knowledge and best practices on these green technologies. As an exporter of natural gas, we believe in its important role in energy transition, being one of the cleanest burning fuels that is affordable, reliable, and flexible. Natural gas will continue to be our preferred transition fuel to meet the needs of the growing energy demand. Brunei Darussalam has also joined the international community in stepping up its climate change action through the launching of the Brunei Darussalam National Climate Change Policy in July last year. Our goals of a low-carbon economy will be pursued through the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions from the oil and gas sector and power generation, transitioning our energy mix by increasing renewables, the propagation of energy efficiency and industry best practices in reducing energy intensity, improvements through technological advancements such as CCUS, and complementing our energy transition by increasing the use of energy-efficient vehicles. We openly welcome further cooperation with the international community and key players to facilitate and support research and development, as well as the deployment and financing of innovative technologies to accelerate energy transition in the region. We thank IEA for your continuous support to ASEAN, including Brunei Darussalam, in achieving our energy transition goals. We look forward to the opportunity to further enhance the close cooperation with IEA in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you kindly, Your Excellency. Our next keynote address, ladies and gentlemen, is delivered by His Excellency Taqiyuddin bin Hassan, Minister of Energy and Natural Resources, Malaysia.
His Excellency Mr. Fatih Birol, Executive Director of the International Energy Agency, His Excellency Dr. Tan Si Leng, Minister for Manpower, Second Minister for Trade and Industry, Singapore, His Excellency Matsuni Mohamad Hussein, Minister of Energy, Brunei Darussalam, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Energy Market Authority Singapore for inviting me to this auspicious event. I'm honored to be invited to deliver this keynote address during the Singapore-IEA Forum in conjunction with SIU 2021. I'm also pleased for the opportunity to engage virtually with professionals and experts in energy from all over the world. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the global community slowly recovers from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the aftermath of an economic slowdown, the world is now facing a new energy crisis, the likes of which it has not been experienced since 1970s. We are witnessing the European and Asian gas prices soar to an all-time high. The oil price is at a 3-year high, and the price of coal is rising due to shortages in countries such as China, India, and Germany. It is estimated that the energy crisis will last well into 2022, which will see many countries grappling with the prolonged impact. However, as Albert Einstein once said, in the middle of every difficulties lies opportunity. Malaysia believes that the current crisis presents an opportunity to push our climate agenda forward. Hence, in launching the 12th Malaysia Plan, our Prime Minister Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri had announced Malaysia's climate aspiration to achieve net zero GHG emission earliest by 2050. Blessed with an abundance of indigenous renewable energy sources such as solar, hydro, biomass and biogas, we believe that Malaysia can fully optimize its RE sources to help accelerate its economic recovery whilst transitioning its energy system. Currently, the installed capacity for RE in Malaysia is 8,520 megawatts, or 23% of the total capacity mix. Out of 23%, hydro makes up 16.7% of the RE mix, followed by solar at 3.7%, biomass at 2%, and biogas at 0.4%. Moving forward, Malaysia has charted a lower carbon pathway for its power sector by targeting to increase the RE capacity to 31% by 2025, as I mentioned earlier, and 40% by 2035. In terms of megawatt, the RE installed capacity is projected to more than double to 18,000 megawatt by 2035. These targets are determined based on technical, social, and economic consideration, including grid penetration limit, grid flexibility, reserve margin, as well as impact to consumer tariffs. The projected RE increment will be contributed through the implementation and the enhancement of various RE programs, including the large-scale solar program focusing on developing large-scale solar power plants. The largest solar project which has been awarded under this program has a capacity of 100 megawatt. Net energy metering to encourage installation of solar PV on rooftops with attractive offset rates to the grid and feed-in tariff to encourage development of other RE sources such as mini hydro, biomass and biogas with premium sellback rates to the grid. Malaysia has also established its own renewable energy certificate tracking platform, which allows for the trading of RECs, and our RECs adhere to the International Renewable Energy Certificate Standard. Moving forward, Malaysia plans to offer green power bundled with RECs to electricity consumers, especially companies with ESG commitments, to directly procure green power from the utility to fulfill their green commitments. Implementation of these initiatives will boost our economic growth by providing new investment opportunities and creating new job opportunities. For example, when we offered 1,000 megawatt of large-scale solar projects and 500 megawatts of solar rooftop projects in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic last year, approximately 1.2 billion USD worth of investment opportunities was created, and 18,000 new job opportunities were opened up, which we believe would help in our economic recovery. By setting the targets I mentioned previously, the GHG emission intensity per GDP from the power sector is expected to be reduced by 45% in 2030 and a further 60% in 2035 compared to the 2005 level. As power sector uses 40% of the total primary energy supply in Malaysia, this target will support Malaysia's climate pledge under the Paris Agreement and our aspiration to achieve net zero GHG emissions. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, but all things said and taking note of the impact of global energy crisis that we witness today, I believe that we need to be pragmatic and forward-looking in our approach in transitioning our power systems towards a lower carbon pathway. We need to have policies that are future-proof while striking the right balance between the three elements of the energy trilemma of sustainability, affordability, and reliability. Without the right balance, we run the risk of creating energy inequity, which I believe will jeopardize our efforts to decarbonize our energy systems. To conclude, Malaysia is committed to reducing its power sector emissions as we journey towards a lower carbon pathway. I believe we have been a responsible global citizen, and we have done well so far with the right policies and regulatory instruments. We have opened up lots of opportunities for businesses and industry players, especially in the solar industry. However, we know that our energy transition journey is not without its challenges. Malaysia will not be able to achieve its sustainable energy goals without the support of various international organizations such as IEA and IRENA. Therefore, we value any bilateral and multilateral engagements with other countries to share their knowledge and experiences with us. We believe that no man is an island of its own, and we are all a piece of the continent, a part of the main. Therefore, let us together strive together, transitioning our energy system for the betterment of the generation to come. Thank you.
Thank you.